Cryptocurrencies. You have probably heard about Bitcoin and stories about people who get rich almost overnight with their cryptocurrency investments. Or maybe you have heard about how people have lost a lot of their money, or even worse, have been scammed. But what exactly are cryptocurrencies, and why are some people getting a ridiculous return on investment, and others lose almost all of their investment? Cryptocurrencies are the best known feature of blockchain technology. They are known as the cash of the internet because they allow users to make transactions without the need of middlemen and without leaving a trace. The main reason why cryptocurrencies have become so popular is mostly because of Bitcoin and its exponential increase in price. The initial growth in the price attracted more people to the platform, which in return increased the price even more, thus creating a seemingly endless loop of price growth and the increase in the user base. Fun fact: at the beginning, accumulating cryptocurrencies was easy and cheap since the prices were low and there was no competition. There was one case where a man bought 1,500 Bitcoin for only $25. After some time, after not seeing any benefit from holding them, he threw away the hard drive containing them, only to realize some years later that he basically threw away millions of dollars. At this time of writing, 1,500 Bitcoin is a little over $10 million. Technology. Cryptocurrencies are run on blockchain technology. This means that all of the transactions are validated and recorded by the underlying network of computers. This enables transactions to take place in milliseconds, and because it doesn't require big and expensive databases to be built, it reduces transaction fees. In addition, the decentralization provides security and immutability, giving everyone accurate information about past transactions. Criminals. Before continuing, let's get the main questions out of the way. But aren't cryptocurrencies meant for drug dealers and money launderers, you may have thought to yourself? This is usually the main reason people think twice before talking about the benefits of cryptocurrencies and anonymity. The main concern is that because cryptocurrency transactions are anonymous and can't be traced back to a certain person, it makes it perfect for criminals to send and receive money for their criminal activities without having to fear getting caught. This statement isn't false. There have been cases of criminals using crypto to make transactions. But this problem is nothing new. After all, criminals have been around for a long time, and they have used every other possible way of transferring money. Who hasn't seen a movie where a couple of criminals are opening suitcases full of US dollars? Saying that cryptocurrencies are for criminals is almost the same as saying that cars are meant for criminals because they are much better getaway vehicles for bank robberies than horses are. Aside from that, most of the platforms that deal with cryptocurrency payments require high levels of verification and identification, meaning that before being able to start buying, selling, transferring crypto, and any other type of transaction, users have to prove their identity and provide certain documents to validate themselves. This protocol greatly decreases the likelihood of criminals using these platforms. Assessing cryptocurrencies and wallets. In order to start sending and receiving cryptocurrencies, you first have to create an account on a cryptocurrency exchange and get it verified. The verification process requires certain documents to identify the user and his or her ability to pay the bills, etc. This process ensures that people who aren't able to deal with crypto can't use the platform and do something foolish. After getting verified, you can make your first purchase. To hold your cryptocurrencies, you have to own a cryptocurrency wallet. This wallet doesn't physically hold these coins and tokens. Instead, it proves your ownership of X amount of coins or tokens exactly like your regular internet bank account. It also contains your public and private keys, which are used for sending and receiving money. There are mainly two types of wallets: hot and cold wallets. Hot wallets are those which are connected to the internet. This allows fast and easy access, but on the downside, hot wallets are not the safest. Cold wallets are not connected to the internet, meaning they are more secure because of that, but they can't be accessed everywhere. There are also hybrid wallets, which can be connected to the internet, but the wallets aren't reliant on it. For example, online wallets are purely hot wallets. They are dependent on internet access. An example of a cold wallet would be a paper wallet, which is a piece of paper that has your public and private keys on it in the form of QR codes or a USB stick that has your wallet on it. Desktop and mobile wallets are examples of hybrid wallets, as they work with and without an internet connection. Public and private keys. Once you have your first cryptocurrencies in your wallet, then you probably want to know how to send your coins or tokens, and how does this process work? In order to make transactions, the money and the information has to be encrypted, so no one other than the recipient has access to receive this money or use the information sent. This is where the public and private keys come into play. Public and private keys are long numbers with a lot of digits that are tied to your account. They are completely unique for every account. Public keys, like the name implies, are visible for everybody, while private keys should be kept secret. The function of the keys is that if data is encrypted with someone's public key, then it can only be decrypted with this person's private key, and vice versa. For example, if Jim wants to send Susan sensitive data, then Jim uses Susan's public key to encrypt the data, and then sends it to Susan. Once Susan receives the encrypted document, she can use her private key to decrypt the message. If for some reason the message also ends up in the hands of, let's say, David by mistake, he wouldn't have any means of decrypting the message because he doesn't know Susan's private key. Thus, the information is kept safe. Tokens or coins or both. Now you might be wondering, what are coins? What are tokens? And what's the difference? Coins are the native cryptocurrencies of blockchain protocols. Ether is the coin for Ethereum protocol. Bitcoin is the coin of the Bitcoin protocol. These coins are meant to be used as a payment method for products and services. Now, tokens are cryptocurrencies that are built on top of an already existing protocol. OMG token is a token built on the Ethereum protocol. These tokens can be used for more than payments. For example, they can be used for holding voting power, act like shares from a company, or even purchase goods or services with the token. Coins are determined by the protocol and exist on the base level, while tokens are determined by the smart contracts that are built on top of these protocols. You can think of coins as the father and tokens as his children. Although they are different in everyday situations, tokens and coins are often used as synonyms. Another term you will hear is the word altcoin. Altcoin is a combination of two words, alt and coin. Alt is the abbreviation of the word alternative, and coin denotes currency. Together, they cover the category of cryptocurrencies that are alternatives to Bitcoin. These concern all coins and tokens that came after the initial release of the famous Bitcoin, the first decentralized cryptocurrency. Volatility of cryptocurrencies and who controls the price. The value of cryptocurrencies is based on the supply and demand of the marketplace. If there are a lot of people selling, but not a lot of people buying, then the prices drop. When there are a lot of people wanting to buy, but there are no sellers, then the price increases. The same thing applies to traditional fiat currencies like USD, Euro, or CNY. But what makes the cryptocurrency market so volatile? If cryptocurrencies are based on the same principles as traditional currencies are, then why don't we see news about USD increasing 20% in value in a week? The answer is in the market cap. How much money is in these systems? Since cryptocurrencies are relatively new, then there isn't a lot of money in this system yet. This means that the prices are more affected by buying and selling, making them more likely to fluctuate. It means that if the amount of money in cryptocurrencies increases, the volatility of them decreases. This volatility makes it easy to accumulate more money when used smartly. Buy low and sell high. But it also makes it easy to lose a lot of money. Buy high, sell low. The high volatility means that the price difference between the highs and lows can be quite large. Creation of a personal token or coin. Wow, cryptocurrencies seem like fun! How can I create my own? Well, it depends on how complex of a system you want to create. There are different ways one could approach it. The most difficult path would be to develop your own protocol with its own coin. This requires quite a lot of programming and development skills. Another way would be to alter an already existing open source protocol to your liking. Or you could build your token on top of an existing protocol. This still requires a lot of knowledge about blockchain technology, although not as much as building it from scratch. And the easiest way would be to create your own vanity coin on a platform that provides such a service. This coin won't have any functionality besides being entertaining and fun to send to your friends as a joke. Fun fact: in 2013, Dogecoin was launched as a joke. It was meant for fun and entertainment, but quickly gained popularity. Once you have created your coin or token, another difficult task stands in your way. You have to get enough people on board to make your currency worth something. Or you could just leave it with that and send these coins to your friends as a joke. Bitcoin, BTC. Bitcoin is the world's first cryptocurrency, described in 2008 by an unknown person or a group called Satoshi Nakamoto. The purpose of Bitcoin is to become an alternative to traditional payment solutions, offering worldwide payments incredibly fast and cheap, without having a central authority, like the bank, controlling the transactions. Instead, it is controlled by computers around the world, who validate all of the transactions in a P2P, or peer-to-peer, fashion. Bitcoins are created in the process of mining, which means that the computers, or miners, in the network solve complex mathematical puzzles to validate transactions. And whichever computer solves the puzzle the fastest is awarded an amount of Bitcoin, as well as transaction fees, as a reward. Of course, these fees and rewards go to the owners of the computers. This is called the proof-of-work consensus algorithm, which is the most popular algorithm in the cryptocurrency world. Interesting facts. A lot of people have heard about Bitcoin, but have never heard about all of the other cryptocurrencies. Many people treat Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as synonyms, while the information about the users is kept secret. The history of Bitcoin transactions is completely transparent, and everyone can see the amounts sent. There are a finite number of Bitcoins, 21 million to be exact. They are being mined, and it is calculated that the last Bitcoin will be mined in 2140. Bitcoin mining uses enough energy annually to power almost 4 million average US households. The first real-world Bitcoin transaction happened in May of 2010, when Laszlo Hanyecz bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. The current fee for a transaction that gets confirmed in about 1 hour is around $10 US. Bitcoin's team has developed a concept called Lightning Network that will hopefully solve these scalability problems, as well as high fees and slow speeds. Ethereum, ETH. Ether is one of the top cryptocurrencies proposed by Vitalik Buterin in 2013 as a next step in cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Ethereum is a blockchain-based, open-source smart contract platform. While the early cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, only had one functionality, P2P payments, Ethereum allows users to create smart contracts, issue their own tokens, and run decentralized apps, or dApps, making it possible to do a lot more things on the blockchain than before. Ethereum's open-source nature means that anyone can take the source code and build on top of it. Smart contracts are basically programs that run on the blockchain, and they make it possible for people to issue their own cryptocurrencies, launch ICOs or initial coin offerings, create apps that run on the blockchain, and even automate companies capable of functioning without human intervention. Interesting facts. Ethereum is the platform and the cryptocurrency is called Ether or ETH. But most of the time, people use Ethereum for both the platform and the currency. Ether can be used for trading, for paying transaction fees, and for paying for Ethereum's services. Ethereum is the most popular platform for launching ICOs, and around 50% of the ICOs are run on Ethereum's blockchain. These tokens are created on the ERC20 protocol and are called ERC20 tokens. Ethereum currently uses the proof-of-work consensus algorithm, meaning computers use extensive computing power to validate transactions, also known as mining. A company called the DAO raised $150 million with its ICO. Since the code was public, it was hacked into and someone claimed around $50 million. This incident resulted in a split in the community and a hard fork. Ethereum split into Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. The original Ethereum reversed the incident, while the Classic left the incident because the idea of reversing the blockchain was against many enthusiasts' beliefs. At the end of 2017, a decentralized app called CryptoKitties, which is run on Ethereum's blockchain, brought out the scalability issues with Ethereum, making it clear that before widespread adoption of this blockchain could take hold, work needs to be done on perfecting the system. So, if your Ethereum transaction was late at the end of 2017, then you can blame the people who bought cats on the blockchain. Ripple, or XRP. Ripple is the world's first enterprise blockchain solution for global payments. It connects banks, payment providers, digital asset exchanges, and more through its network to provide frictionless global payments. Instead of payments going through multiple banks when making an international payment, which could take days to finally be confirmed and are quite expensive, the transaction will go through the Ripple network. This means that all transactions take place directly between the senders and recipients' banks, making the process a lot cheaper and faster. One thing to note is that the word Ripple in the crypto world can mean 3 separate things. There's the Ripple platform for payments. Then there's Ripple, the company that manages the Ripple platform. And finally, there is Ripple XRP, the native currency of the Ripple network. That's a lot to digest. Ripple doesn't use proof of work to validate transactions. Running a Ripple node for validating transactions is not open to everybody, like it is with most cryptocurrencies. Ripple chooses the nodes they trust to process these transactions. This means it's not truly decentralized like all the other cryptocurrencies, but on the other hand, it makes the transactions a lot faster. Interesting facts. Ripple's concept was actually proposed in 2004, well before Bitcoin, but was not realized until 2012. While Bitcoin processes around 4 to 7 transactions per second, Ripple has a transaction speed of around 1,500 transactions per second. When making a transaction, a small amount of XRP that is used as the transaction fee to protect against spam is burned in the process. This means that no one earns these fees, and the supply of XRP decreases, making it increase in value. Ripple is criticized by many blockchain evangelists because of its centralized characteristics. Lastly, Ripple's network is still in development, but they have already made a lot of partnerships with prominent financial companies. Bitcoin Cash, or BCH. Bitcoin Cash is a Bitcoin hard fork that happened on the 1st of August 2017. The fork was initiated because of scalability issues with the classic Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash changed the size of the blocks from 1 megabyte to 8 megabytes, making it possible to process roughly around 60 transactions per second, compared to the 7 transactions per second by the classic Bitcoin, including the SegWit update. It also has lower transaction fees compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash didn't integrate the segregated witness or SegWit protocol. Furthermore, it has a stronger protection against replay attacks, which are a form of network attacks in which a valid data transmission is maliciously repeated or delayed. And the difficulty of the block mining has been adjusted to be faster than Bitcoin. One main problem with Bitcoin Cash is that the increased block size makes it difficult for smaller miners, or computers, to contribute because they are not able to process this amount of data. The size of Bitcoin Cash's block sizes are 8 megabytes each as compared to Bitcoin's 1 megabyte, and both have 10-minute block times. So every 10 minutes, there is 8 times more information being saved on Bitcoin Cash's blockchain, making it faster than the traditional Bitcoin blockchain. This means over 1 gigabyte of new data every day. Interesting facts. Bitcoin Cash is the first successful Bitcoin hard fork. Everyone who had Bitcoin in their wallet during the hard fork got the same amount of Bitcoin Cash for free. Bitcoin Cash was created to become the P2P electronic cash system that Satoshi Nakamoto described in the Bitcoin white paper title page, which the traditional Bitcoin failed to become. Lastly, Bitcoin Cash's transactions are currently 100 times cheaper than Bitcoin transactions. Cardano, or ADA. Cardano is considered a third-generation cryptocurrency led by one of the founders of Ethereum, Charles Hoskinson. Cardano is a smart contract platform like Ethereum, but takes the idea to a new level by trying to solve issues with scalability, interoperability, and sustainability of current cryptocurrencies. It is labeled as the first blockchain project that is based on scientific philosophy and built on academic research that has gone through detailed academic review and analysis. Cardano is building its platform with both end users and regulators in mind by trying to find the middle ground between regulations, privacy, and decentralization. The platform uniquely uses Haskell programming language that offers a high degree of fault tolerance, which ensures that the code stays relevant and usable in the future. Cardano is built on 2 layers. One is for registering the movement of ADA, and the other one is for running smart contracts, which means more flexibility and security. Cardano is using their own proof-of-stake algorithm called Ouroboros, which will make transactions a lot faster, as well as eliminating the need of storing the whole blockchain on every node. Ouroboros instead generates leader nodes who push the transactions. Interesting facts. Charles Hoskinson, the creator of Cardano and one of the founders of Ethereum, was one of the people who supported Ethereum Classic after the DAO incident. He was adamant that reversing the DAO hack was against the principles of blockchain technology. Cardano is working on enabling cross-chain transfers, making it possible to exchange, for example, ADA to Bitcoin directly through sidechains, eliminating the need to go through exchanges. Cardano is working on their wallet that will be able to support multiple cryptocurrencies in the future. Cardano is developing a system that allows different signature schemes to be added in the future. They are also looking to integrate quantum-proof signatures, or cryptographically secure digital signatures. Lastly, Cardano didn't write a white paper like all the other cryptocurrencies. Instead, they presented a collection of design principles, engineering best practices, and avenues for exploration. Litecoin, or LTC. Litecoin is a cryptocurrency that, like Bitcoin, offers peer-to-peer, near-instant, and almost zero-cost payments to anyone in the world. Created by Charlie Lee, who has worked for Google and Coinbase, Litecoin is an open-source global payment network that is fully decentralized without any central authority. The network is secured by cryptography and empowers individuals to control their own finances. Litecoin was inspired by Bitcoin and in technical details is nearly identical to the king of cryptocurrencies. The main differences between Litecoin and Bitcoin are in the confirmation time and the consensus algorithm used. Historically, the average confirmation time for a Bitcoin transaction has been around 10 minutes, while Litecoin boasts an average confirmation time of 2.5 minutes. While Bitcoin uses the long-standing SHA-256 consensus algorithm, Litecoin uses a relatively new algorithm called Script. The main difference in these algorithms is in the mining of coins. Bitcoin miners can use dedicated and efficient mining machines called ASICs, while Litecoin can't be mined with ASICs, encouraging mining with traditional CPUs and GPUs, making mining more accessible. Interesting facts. Litecoin is called the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Like Bitcoin, Litecoin has also integrated the SegWit protocol, mainly because it allows the Lightning Network to be built on top of it. Litecoin is able to handle higher transaction volumes. The network is planned to produce 84 million Litecoins, which are 4 times as many currency units as Bitcoin. In February of 2018, Litecoin had a hard fork, and Litecoin Cash was created. Litecoin Cash moved from the Script algorithm back to SHA-256 algorithm, and as a result, the founders expect Litecoin Cash to become faster than the original Litecoin in the future. NEO. NEO is a blockchain platform and cryptocurrency which enables the development of digital assets and smart contracts. The project was founded by Da Hongfei in 2014 in China. The project was initially named AntShares, but later it was renamed to NEO. NEO is quite similar to Ethereum. Both of them strive to create an ecosystem of decentralized applications, or dApps, ICOs, and smart contracts. But while Ethereum has been around for some time and has already established itself, NEO is still relatively new and is still developing most of its aspects. NEO uses a delegated Byzantine fault tolerance, or DBFT, consensus mechanism, which, compared to slower proof-of-work protocols that are used with Ethereum and Bitcoin, allows transaction speeds of up to 10,000 transactions per second, compared to Ethereum's 15 transactions per second. NEO tokens can be used to produce gas tokens, which are used as the fuel of the platform, to pay for computation or deployment of smart contracts within the NEO network. This is similar to Ethereum's gas concept, but NEO has a separate gas, or GAS token for it, while Ethereum doesn't. Interesting facts. NEO is often called Chinese Ethereum. NEO is partnered with a company called OnChain, which has extensive experience in integrating blockchain with businesses. While Ethereum only supports their own programming language, Solidity, NEO supports the most common programming languages around, including C, C#, C++, JavaScript, Java, and Python. NEO is essentially developing their platform to be quantum computer proof. NEO is currently not a distributed blockchain, which means that while it is decentralized, it is only operated on a few nodes, which are all controlled by NEO itself. Stellar, or XLM. Stellar is an open-source protocol for exchanging money, founded by Jed McCaleb and Joyce Kim in early 2014. Stellar was initially based on Ripple systems, with the aim of redesigning the global economy for more inclusiveness. But citing the complexity of the system, Stellar later redesigned itself with a brand new system of its own. Both facilitate international payments, but do this in very different ways. While Ripple is concentrating on banks and large financial institutions, Stellar is focused on the peer-to-peer aspect and is mainly directed at companies and individuals. Like Ripple, Stellar offers many different ways to transact internationally, and almost instantly. Users have the ability to exchange fiat currencies instantly, eliminating the need for the money to go through many different banks to make the exchange. If no fiat-based trades are available, users can use Lumens, Stellar's native cryptocurrency, to transact. Ripple is a centralized cryptocurrency and for-profit organization, while Stellar is a decentralized, non-profit organization. Interesting facts. The native asset of Stellar is called Lumens, or XLM. One of the major partners with Stellar is IBM. While Ripple was developed by ex-bankers and financial professionals, Stellar was built up by startup veterans like WordPress founder Matt Mullenweg and Y Combinator president Sam Altman. Jed McCaleb, co-founder of Stellar, and also a co-founder of Ripple, was banished from Ripple before creating Stellar, but he still receives payments from the company. Monero, or XMR. Monero is an open-source cryptocurrency created in April of 2014 that focuses on privacy and decentralization. Monero aims to improve on existing cryptocurrency design by obscuring the sender, the recipient, and the amount of every transaction made, as well as making the mining process more equal. Unlike many cryptocurrencies that are derivatives of Bitcoin, Monero is based on the CryptoNight proof-of-work hash algorithm and uses different ways to make the currency as anonymous as possible. For example, ring signatures combine many different senders' addresses together when the transactions are written into the ledger, which makes it incredibly difficult to trace the origin of the transaction. Monero also uses stealth addresses, which means that for every new transaction, users generate a new address. Also, Monero uses ring confidential transactions, which hide the amounts in each transaction. All of these aspects contribute to Monero's outstanding anonymity. Monero's mining is designed to be ASIC-proof, meaning that the wealthier miners can't purchase expensive and extremely efficient ASICs to mine more Monero. This makes mining Monero more accessible, equal to every participant, and makes the mining more decentralized. Interesting facts. Monero's focus on privacy has attracted many people who are interested in evading the law. Its egalitarian mining process is also used by hackers who embed mining code into websites and apps. Monero uses ring signatures, stealth addresses, and ring confidential transactions to provide its users with maximum privacy. EOS. EOS is a blockchain-based, decentralized operating system designed to support commercial-scale decentralized applications by providing all of the necessary core functionality, enabling businesses to build blockchain applications in a similar way to web-based applications. One of the co-founders of EOS is Dan Larimer, who has previously developed BitShares, Steemit, and invented the delegated proof-of-stake consensus algorithm, which is used in both BitShares and EOS. Two promised features of EOS have really caught everyone's attention: the elimination of transaction fees and scalability. They say it can process millions of transactions per second with asynchronous communication and parallel processing. High transaction costs and bad throughput are Ethereum's critical weaknesses, so these features make EOS a serious contender for the title of Go-To Blockchain Development Solution. Interesting facts. EOS is not an officially defined acronym, but the community has given it many different names, such as Ethereum on steroids, End of Silence, Endless Online Scaling, and even EOS Operating System. EOS distributed their tokens during their ongoing 341-day ICO, which had an entirely novel structure. The ICO was divided into 350 23-hour-long windows. In every window, 2 million EOS tokens were distributed amongst investors at market price. The first 5 days of EOS's ICO were done traditionally, during which EOS raised around $185 million in Ethereum. Running an EOS node requires a Linux OS X operating system. Dash. Dash is a peer-to-peer open-source cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, acting as digital cash that can be sent without the need for middlemen, like the bank. Dash was created by Evan Duffield and launched on the 18th of January 2014 as a fork of Litecoin. The coin started off under the name Xcoin, later to be renamed to Darkcoin, and was finally rebranded to Dash, a derivative of digital and cash. Compared to Bitcoin, Dash offers cheaper transaction fees and faster transactions. Regular Dash transaction blocks are confirmed every 2.5 minutes, as compared to Bitcoin's 10 minutes. But for a larger transaction fee, Dash's instant send function allows users to send funds instantly. Dash has integrated the private send function that combines identical inputs from different users into a single transaction, which flows through several outputs, adding to Dash's anonymity and security. It is also self-governing, allowing important updates and changes to be incorporated much faster, and a funding model which makes it possible to pay the developers who build and improve the system. Interesting facts. Dash is classified as a DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, because of its self-governance practice. Within the first 48 hours that the coin was created, around 1.9 million, or approximately 10% of the total supply of the coins, were mined. This mishap happened because of a bug within the difficulty parameters in the code when Litecoin was forked to create Dash. This problem was quickly fixed. Dash uses a two-tier network. The first tier consists of regular miners who confirm the transactions, and the second tier consists of masternodes that perform instant send, private send, and governance functions. Running a masternode costs an initial payment of 1,000 Dash. Lastly, Dash's partnership with Coinapult makes it possible to buy Dash with over 20 different fiat currencies. IOTA, or MIOTA. IOTA is a next-generation public distributed ledger that, unlike other cryptocurrencies that utilize blockchain, uses a novel technological approach called the tangle. The tangle is a new data structure based on a directed acyclic graph, or DAG. IOTA doesn't have blocks, chains, or miners. To make an IOTA transaction, one must validate two previous transactions. This makes it possible for IOTA to reach consensus while allowing near-instant payments for no transaction fee. IOTA is specifically created for Internet of Things, or IoT, devices. It makes it feasible for these Internet-connected devices to make microtransactions themselves, creating a machine-to-machine economy where, for example, your solar panel has the ability to sell electric to your neighbor's light bulbs. Eliminating mining and incorporating the tangle makes IOTA endlessly scalable. As the more users there are, the faster and stronger the network becomes. Interesting facts. IOTA was founded in 2014 as a German non-profit organization. IoT devices have been regarded as the fourth industrial revolution, as it opens up never-before-seen opportunities, and IOTA is positioning itself as a critical factor to make the IoT revolution happen. The Internet of Things, or IoT, is the network of physical devices, vehicles, home appliances, and other items embedded with electronics, software, sensors, actuators, and connectivity, which enables these objects to connect and exchange data, according to Wikipedia. In November of 2017, Microsoft's blockchain specialist, Omkar Naik, was quoted saying that Microsoft will partner with IOTA, which was later proven not to be the case. NEM, or XEM. The New Economy Movement, NEM, is an enterprise-grade solution created to power the impending blockchain economy, focused on creating a smart asset blockchain which could effectively work under heavy workloads. Originally, NEM was intended to be a fork of NXT, but the community decided to go with a completely new code. The alpha release was launched on June 25th of 2014, and the full version was launched on March 31st of 2015. NEM introduced many novel aspects to the world of blockchain, such as its proof of importance, or POI, algorithm, multi-signature accounts, and encrypted messaging. NEM's proof of importance is similar to the proof of stake protocol. There are no miners in proof of importance. Instead, there are harvesters who are given an importance score based on the amount of NEM they hold and how much they contribute to the network. NEM has two different blockchains. One is a public blockchain that can currently handle only around 2 transactions per second, and the other one is a private blockchain that can process up to 4,000 transactions per second. The private blockchain, called Mijin, is used for testing, but during 2018, NEM's public blockchain had an update called Catapult, which will introduce the speed of the private blockchain to the public chain, making it over 2,000 times faster than the old version. Interesting facts. The idea behind NEM was started by a Bitcoin Talk forum user called Utopian Future, who is keeping himself anonymous. The launch of the currency was not a smooth road. People who held the NEM stake asset or signed up to the Bitcoin Talk forum to receive their coins did not receive them. Instead, the coins were kept by the developers. To run a booted and synchronized node, a harvester must hold at least 10,000 NEM, or XEM. At the start of 2018, over $500 million in NEM was stolen from the Tokyo-based cryptocurrency exchange Coincheck. Can cryptocurrency be used in the real world? The natural habitat of cryptocurrencies is the internet. There are more and more online stores accepting cryptocurrencies as a payment method. In addition, an increasing number of physical stores have started to accept crypto. Plus, there are Bitcoin ATMs, where you can withdraw Bitcoin as the converted local currency or deposit your cash and convert it into Bitcoin. Above that, there are also cryptocurrency debit cards, which can be used almost everywhere where regular debit cards are accepted. Conclusion. The most popular function of the blockchain, cryptocurrencies, have garnered the mistaken reputation of being only used by criminals, while in reality they are meant for use by the general population at large. They are meant for everyone who likes fast transaction speeds, lower costs, and improved security. Plus, they can also be used as investment vehicles.